Welcome, citizen, to more of the Sunday Buffet. I am your host, Venerati. This matchup right here is going to be the second in between Fenix and Whitera, or Duckload Raw, depends on what you feel like calling him. Duckload Raw, as always, the veteran Protoss player, and Fenix being the respectable Blue Terran player that he... Not Blue Terran player? No, the Terran player that he is. Now, the last game that we saw in between the two was on Metalopolis. Duckload Raw, I feel, kind of got lucky at Phoenix's did not press into his main, or Fenix did not press into Duckload's main, and really missed a pivotal chance. Duckload, seeing the opportunity, went ahead, flipped it on him, spawned some units from his proxy pylon, and just basically ran some stalkers into his base and did a lot of pew-pew, and Fenix definitely did a lot of QQing. Not really, he just tapped out. But it was a good game. It was a quick game. It was a very decisive game. Now, where we're playing right now, at Scrapstation, Whitera is really it. Well, actually, both players are in a particular position because it's very common to see drops from both players or air unit abuse for this small gap right here, as you've got a long path from one base to another. As we see this scouting probe will be trekking that. He is definitely a cross-country and probably the best on his team. That's why he got selected. So Whitera is going to be pulling out that scout, wants to know what Fenix is up to, as, you know, if you're going to try to do like a Banshee rush or something of that nature, you're going to be able to tell that pretty early on, as you will see two refineries coming on and some other telltale signs of shenanigans going on. So meanwhile, we have the SCV from Fenix will be trying to do his scouting as well. This probe, of course, is going to be a jerk face. It's going to go in the middle line. Really dangerous spot right there, actually. And trying to taser this SCV. The SCV not liking what's going on. We actually do see a second barracks coming down for Fenix. Fenix not choosing to wait on the timing of that barracks so that it could chase the Marine out with, or chase the probe out with the Marine. So Whitera is going to know that he is going to be going for some sort of bio ball buildup, because there's no reason to get that second barracks if you're not going to be throwing down some units, which are, or, you know, I say that, and of course you could see Fenix picks this barracks up and use it as a scout, or a proxy barracks, and like, sit it right there, start building some units. So either way, Fenix is shenanigan around his base. Whitera not liking that, sends his zealot after it, and actually rally pointed his stalker on it as well. So that SCV has a price on its head. Meanwhile, the probe does not want to go away. We do have the Marines searching for this probe, searching for proxy pylons. Good stuff, because, well, Fenix is learning from what happened last time, as he did die to proxy pylons, pretty much. So we do have the tech lab finishing up here for Fenix on his base. What is he going to get? Is he going to get concussive shells? No, he doesn't have any money. Is he going to get research impact? No, he doesn't have any money. Doesn't look like he's going to be researching much of anything right now. However, we do have warp gate technology, and we have a robo bay coming down. So we are going to see a 1-1-1-2-3 build from Duckload. So Duckload is going to mix it up. Instead of 4-gating, he's going to 3-gate with the robo bay. Good stuff. Robo bay, really good against the early Marauders with the Immortal. Good against in the middle late game, because you can get the Colossus. Also, you can get drop ships, or not the prism ships, so that you can spawn units over there. So it's a good choice all around on this map. Gives you mobility, gives you anti-armor, as, you know, the Immortals really aren't that great against the Marines. So of course you would see like a heavy Zealot Immortal, a few Stalkers in there, make sure no area units came in there and completely pillaged the army. But meanwhile, we have Stim Pack coming for Fenix. Though those Marines are going to be loving that. They're going to get hopped up on those juices and shoot those dirty aliens, as we do see the probe right there getting smacked down by that grenade from the Marauder. And Fenix, once again, trying to get the early expansion. Well, not early expansion, but he's going to get expansion before Duckload. And Duckload is, I don't know if this really positions really a bad position, but Fenix, once again, putting on the early pressure, will be trying to snipe these zealots before they get in contact with his units. Is he going to have Stim in time? No, Stim is not done right now, as we do see the Warp Prism adding its charisma bonus to its units. I don't know what it was doing, but it's just kind of hanging out there trying to be part of the team, as we do see that Marauder get chopped in half by the Zealot. These two Marines do not stand a chance against that those two stalkers. So Fenix, once again, putting early pressure on Whiteraw, but is he going to be able to stand it as, what do we see? A warp prism full of zealots. Whoa! And they are coming straight to the mineral line of Fenix. Wow. Forgot my words right there. So, Duckload Raw dropping these zealots in here. Oh, wow. This is not good for these SCVs, as these SCVs are not going to be able to do crap against that. These Marines trying to add their firepower, trying to get rid of these zealots, but more zealots pouring into the base. Meanwhile, we do have those two stalkers running up to the base. You see Phoenix's unit stemming, trying to get away from this herd of zealots, as these are just a bunch of pissed off Protoss right there. And, oh, and yep, there we go. We have the stalkers going to be able to back up back up his zealot units right there. As, oh yeah, you gotta love the animatic as the Marauder was chopped in half, and his guts to come spilling out. So Whiteraw once again besting Fenix. Fenix doing a little bit better there in the sense of being able to try to respond, as he did have the natural online, but Whiteraw went to the back door, hit the soft spot where he pretty much kicked Fenix in the nuts as far as economy goes, and then Duckload Raw was able to finish everything up because we only had 3 wrecks there. We had immediate reinforcement from the Warp Prism, so nullifying this huge gap that we had in between there. Meanwhile, his base is sitting pretty and just able to crank out more and more and more and more units. So, Fenix lost to Whiteraw once again. Really good gameplay. Saw the craziness that you generally see from Scrapstation. So, guys, thank you for joining me here. I do have at least one more game I will be casting today. It will be the North American Weekly Bronze-Silver Champion. So please join me for that. And as always, citizens, stay safe.